welcome, for yet another day. Thank you so much for joining in, and thanks to people who have joined. Yeah, thank you so much, Shivanshu. Yeah, thanks, Rajiv, sir. That's great. Thanks, Aditya. Great. So for the people who are joining us for the first time, you can see that there is a Zoom link in the chat on YouTube. You can click there and join the Zoom session, right? Okay, so today we are going to cover, more topics about Python. And for the people who are joining for the first time, this is part of a bigger program, which is the AI Bronze, which we'll be talking on our 7th day. So on the graduation day, we're going to talk more details about the program. But this particular 7-day program is absolutely free. Okay, so it's as a gift to the people, and the only ask we always have is we are going to show up 100% with our 100% commitment, and we would request from you also the same. Right? Thank you so much. Okay, so to start our session, we are going to do our Ho'oponopono exercise, which is the Hawaiian technique, which is proven to remove all the negativity and self-doubt within oneself, right? So on Zoom, we have a few people already joined in. So people who can hear me clearly, type C in the chat box. Okay. Great. So this exercise requires you to close your eyes and follow the instructions. This is based upon the 4 high energy statements, which is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Okay, so I would request you to close your eyes, put your hand on the heart, and follow along. Okay. Hello, Shantan Krishnan. Great.
Hello, sir.
Hello. I would request you to close your eyes. Now relax your breath. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Relax your back. Relax your feet. I'll be taking my name. You'll be taking yours. I would say Sachi, and you'll be taking your name. Okay. So we're going to talk to your beautiful self, your energy. Okay. Put your hand on your heart. Repeat after. Okay. I would request people to unmute themselves, but say it out loud. Say it out loud, not just in your mind. Okay. Great. I'm really sorry, dear Sachi, for not taking care of you. I'm really sorry for disconnecting with you. I'm so sorry for leaving you alone. I am the one who judges you so much. I am the one who criticizes you so much. Please forgive me for underestimating you, dear Sachi. Forgive me for not believing in you, Sachi. Thank you, dear Sachi, for letting me have this experience of life. Thank you so much for keeping me alive. From now on, it does not matter who doesn't love you. It does not matter who doesn't appreciate you, because I promise from now on, I love you. I am here, and I would never let you go again. So you can open your eyes, rub your hands together, and put that energy to your face. Okay. Yes. So Just give me one word. How did the whole flow technique made you feel? Okay, so we have messages coming in, relaxing, peaceful, refreshing. That's really great. Okay. So people who have joined us on YouTube, you can click on the Zoom link and directly join on our Zoom session, right? So it is there on the YouTube chat. Okay. So today we are going to have our exercise. I'm going to share the link here. Share it for friends on Zoom. Okay. And also sharing it for people on YouTube. Great. Okay. Amazing. So let me share my screen. We are going to learn SP2 with the exercises. Okay. So let me know when you are able to see my screen. Amazing. People are able to see my screen. So I'm loading the web page. You can see that for the day 5 exercises, we are going to cover loops, right? So whatever we have covered till now, it is more of conditionals, where based upon the truth of a statement, a condition runs, and if it is false, something else runs, right? So let's go ahead and learn from the exercise 1. The exercise 1 says use while to print count 5 times. Okay, so this will also introduce us to the concept of while loops. Okay, so now what we have done is here we have defined our counter and set it to 0. Okay, so we defined a variable count and we have set it to 0. Okay, now if count is less than 5, now this is the condition, first condition, print hello I am an if statement, and the count is whatever is stored in the count variable, right? So what do you think it's going to print? Right? Great. Okay, let's see. We need to run it. It says hello I'm an if statement and the count is 0, right? Now because the count is 0, right? Now if you want to recursively repeatedly run this same statement, how do I do that? That is where loops come in, right? So here what we are going to do is we are going to say while count is less than 5. Now this is the condition for the while loop. What we are going to do is we are not going to write print statement 5 times. We are going to write it once and put it in a loop. Right? We are going to say hello I am a while and the count is whatever is stored in the count at that moment. And we are going to say count equal to count plus 1. So this is called the increment. Okay. So now here we are incrementing the count. In cases where we are checking otherwise, you also decrement. Like if you are trying to go towards a 0, like for example from 10 to 0, you want to count down. So that point of time you can decrement this, right? So how many of you understood this particular portion of the code, right? Great. Okay, let's run it. Now you can see that the if ran only once, but then the while loop ran 5 times, right? From 0 until it was less than 5. Means before less than 5, this count ran, and when the count became 5, this statement became false, and the statement came out of the loop, right? So and it stopped running, right? So how many of you understood count the while loop, right? How do we count using while loop? Type U in the chat box if you understood. Tanmay says U. Okay. Yeah. Rohit says U. Vijay says U. Okay, a lot of U's coming. Great. Rajendran says U. That's great. Okay, so now what are we going to do? We're going to go forward and go to the exercise 2. Okay, so how many of you are running the exercise along with me? Right, type R in the chat box. Okay, nice, running along with. So do remember to take a screenshot and put it on the group. Right, so that will act as your assignment and will also be helpful for everyone to connect. Great. Now we are going to go for the exercise 2. I hope you've taken a screenshot, and I'm just going to add it up here. Okay. So now, what is the second exercise? Print square of numbers from 1 to 10 using while. Okay. So we're going to print the square of numbers from 1 to 10 using the same loop. Okay. Now, first, we have created a counter. Here, the name is num, and we have set the value to 1. Okay. Now, then in the condition, what we have done while number is less than or equal to 10, meaning it will run until num equal to 10. Right. So, while once it runs, the condition is true, print num squared. Whatever is the number at that moment, you're going to square that particular number and print it. Okay. And then you're going to increment it, right? So you always have to be careful when you are incrementing and see where the condition where it is getting implemented, right? So now I'm going to run it. It's going to print 1 square, 2 square till 10 square. Okay. So the condition came in, and from 1 till 10 this ran, and every time it returned the square of that particular number, right? So how many of you understood the exercise 2 here, right? How we've used the while loop to print repeatedly the square of a number. Like Rajan says you, Rahul says you, Shweta says you, that's great. Okay, so now this is how this works. Okay, now here you can see the simplicity, like you do not have to write multiple lines of code. So this is where you can automate a lot of things which have to be done. Like this gives you a sense of how to make your programmings a little, give it the ability to think or work based upon a condition. Right? That is how the second exercise is complete. Now we are going to learn something called the for loop. Print square of the numbers from 1 to 5 using for. Okay. So now we are going to use, now because we are using the same example, because we want to clear the concept, right? Whatever we have done with while, we are going to do it with for, right? So people who have run along with me, take a screenshot of that so that you can share it on the group. Okay. Now I'm going to paste it here. Okay, great. So now what we have done here is yesterday we have covered lists. Okay. Now we have used the same list, numbers equal to 1 to 5, right? So if I'm to print lists, print this list, it's going to print from 1 to 5. So now this is the list. Now what we are going to do here, we are going to say print the square numbers are, this will be the for loop, right? So now what we are going to do here is we are going to make the code even more efficient, and we are going to simplify how we have written it, right? So in while loop, we had a counter which was num, and it was set to 1, or we have to set it. Now here you do not have to set it, right? So what for loop does is, in numbers, in this particular lists, it will take each element. First it will take 1, then next one, then next one, until the end of it. So it will automatically keep on taking the elements from the list or whatever range we are giving. Okay. So now because the list has 1 to 5, it is going for first time the num will be 1, print num into num, which will be 1. So then the loop will run again, and you'll see if there is the next number in the list, it will take the second one and it will print it also, right? So let's try to run it. Remember the parentheses, errors I want to help you. Now we're going to run it. Now it has ran 5 times from the first member of the list till the end of it, right? So now now you can see that the size of the code has also decreased, right? So now it is only 2 lines of the loop and 1 list, okay? Right, so how many of you understood how we have used for loop instead of a while and achieve the same result? Okay, type U in the chat box. Okay, Rajiv, that is you. Rajiv is you. Let's check with friends on YouTube. Yeah, so people who are understanding this well, thank you so much, Rajiv. That's great. Yeah, Shantana Krishna wrote it, people understand. That's really nice. Okay, so let me share my screen once again. Okay. Yeah, so now if you're able to see my screen, now we are going to see, can we make it even simpler? Like the good sign for a program is it uses less number of lines, right? You can make it super efficient, right? So now instead of, can we do this without having to give a list, right? So how do we do that, right? So now for that, we have for loop, we have something called range, okay? So now what we are going to do is, we are going to use this particular statement here. Instead of numbers, we are going to say range. Now, so what this range function does is, it gives a range of a list of numbers beginning from the first letter in sequence till the end number -1. So it will give the list of 1 to 5, not till 6. It will exclude the 6 and just give a number before that. Okay. So now I don't have to give it a list. I can just give it a range of numbers. Here I'm using it in some sequence, right? So I'm going to run this. You can see that this is the same result that has came. Now you might say, if you want to give a different range, you can always do that. Now you can say from 2 to 8. Okay, let's just say 2 to 8. I'm going to run it. So it started from 4, then till 8 minus 1, which is 7. 7 to the power 7 into 7, 49. So it is going to give you that. Okay. So this is the for loop. Now here, instead of print, here you'll be having your block of code, right? So whatever you want to run in a loop, that is what you're going to run it, right? That code will be here. And remember, you need to have the indentation so that the for loop knows that whole of this code is under that particular loop. Okay. So how many of you understood this particular statement here? Type you in the chat box. Thank you so much, Tanmay. And thanks, Shantana Krishna. Thanks, Vijay. Thanks, Rakesh. Okay, that's great. Okay, so now you understood what are loops, and I would request you to practice also on your own, because our sessions are short, but they will introduce you to the concept, and you can go ahead and practice and put that screenshots on the group. And because right now we are on day 5, soon we are going to have our day 7, and we are going to also give out certificates, and we're also going to let you know what are the career prospects for AI. What can you do with the knowledge that you have learned till now? You understood that Python is easy and you can code now. You're running the code along with me, and what are the next steps? So what does this industry or the AI, what are the potential for it? How can you use it to go forward? So all that things we'll be discussing on day 7, right? So how many of you are excited for the graduation day? Type E in the chat. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Rahul. Thanks, Shweta. Thanks, Rajiv. Okay, great. Thanks, Shanta Krishna says, yeah, amazing. Okay, so people who are watching us on YouTube, you can summarize the top 2 learnings from the session and put it in the comments. People who are watching on Zoom, once again, go back and put it on YouTube comments as well, right? Thank you so much for joining in, and we look forward to meet again tomorrow and as well on the graduation day. Okay, so I would request everybody to practice thoroughly and keep learning. Okay, thank you so much. If you have any queries, you can even ask at this moment. Right. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah. Looking forward.